613 Faye Productions, the Man Cave Sports Podcast, proudly presents to you Sucka Sh, hosted by yours truly, Double J, Jae Jones.
Man, that's some old Sucka Sh. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jae Jones from the Man Cave Sports Podcast. Y'all know what it is. It's another episode of Sucka Sh. You dig? First and foremost, thank you to everybody who has tuned in, who has told a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and so forth and so on. I appreciate it. Make sure you check out not only my show, you check out my brothers at 613 Man Cave. Make sure you check out Wild Stats with Wildcard Mar, The Hollywood Rant with Mike T, and G Money's Bets. Make sure y'all check those out as well. Now, let's jump into this because I'm hot. So, the first Sucker of the Week nominee goes to none other than the NFL, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and Brandon Graham of the Philadelphia Eagles. Well, C.J. Gardner-Johnson doesn't play with the Eagles anymore, but let's get into it right quick. So, you're probably wondering why I grouped them all together. Well, here we go. So, the NFL just, I guess they was bored or whatever. Somebody just had a little time to themselves before training camp, and they just happened to drop some news stating that, hey, players in the Super Bowl, it's their fault that they were slipping and falling all over the ground during that Super Bowl that we watched. It's not our fault. It's the players' fault. They should have changed their cleats. Well, C.J. Gardner, he responded in several tweets. He said, man, I changed my cleats 3 times. Still, they couldn't get no traction. What else did he say? Then he said, hey, matter of fact, don't even take my word for it. Take a look at this right here. Not only that, as y'all saw, he said, to set it off, he said, run that back on legit grass. The D-line smashes that O-line. I'm sorry. But then, before that, Brandon Graham had spoke on the matter. And Brandon Graham was like, they should be blessed. They should be blessed that the grass was messed up because we was going to get at them. This is the problem. Y'all lost, right? But the 2 touchdowns, because remember, Philly was up going into the half. The 2 touchdowns that were scored in the second half, it was blown wide open coverage. Sky Moore walked into the end zone. No cornerback, no safety, nobody slipped. It was just good offense, bad defense. And it's even been some of those Philadelphia Eagles secondary players that have said that the former defensive coordinator, who's now coaching in Arizona, that he had a bad game plan. He didn't put them in position to succeed. So which one is it? Is it the grass? Is it the bad scheme? Like, come on, bro. Like, we 5 months over the Super Bowl. I can't tell you how to feel. It was a Super Bowl, biggest game of your life. We understand as fans, we know the field was absolutely terrible. But hey, it wasn't like they switched fields and Kansas City played on a different field. No, they played on the same field y'all played on. Y'all just took the L. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, you ain't even in Philly no more. You in Detroit. I get it. It's probably a trigger. Every time you hear about this, the grass and the Super Bowl, every time somebody brings that up, it's probably a triggering moment. That way you gotta fire off on your, on Twitter and let your voice be heard. But that's why the NFL is some suckers too, because nobody even talking about this. And they just dropped this out the blue, out the sky. Just like, here's something to talk about. Boom. So that's why the NFL, C.J. Gardner-Johnson and Brandon Ingram are both kind of grouped in there because those two, they took the bait. The NFL, they baited them into that. So, hey, it wasn't just the grass why y'all lost. Y'all lost because y'all had some bad defense out there. Even though y'all made it close, but them two wide open touchdowns, you can't blame nobody but your defensive coordinator. So blame him. Now, sucker nominee number 2 goes to Davie Martinez of the Washington Nationals. This Bama here, right? If y'all haven't tuned into the Man Cave Sports Podcast, y'all need to do that first and foremost. But y'all should go back and y'all will hear us talk about this new young prospect by the name of L.A. De La Cruz, right? See, L.A. De La Cruz has been on a tear. Hey, he even terrorized my Braves, right? He hit for the cycle for the first time in team history since like 1985, 86. He's just been on a hell of a run. He's only been in the big leagues 2 or 3 weeks, right? So the second inning, Davie Martinez has the umpires to check De La Cruz's bat. And as he checks his bat, they come, they huddle up, they figure out, this, that, and the other. And then they decide, okay, they might have it's a little cork piece at the bottom of the bat. Hey, look, again, don't let me explain it to you. Let me show it to you right quick, give you a better understanding. It's better when you see it. I'm a visual person. I know y'all are too, so check this out.
And L.A. De La Cruz is now going to be, he's going to have his bat looked at.
A bat check of De La Cruz
on the knob end.
Does he have some kind of device augmenting attached there that he's not allowed to have?
It's probably a jetpack.
That's just to keep him on the ground so he doesn't go into the atmosphere?
Well, we haven't seen a bat check in quite a long time. Of course, it brings back the memory of George Brett and the Pine Tar game.
It almost looks as if our umpire is saying, I haven't seen that before.
Oh.
Are they even uncertain about the legality or purpose of that knob? They conference up. Now, De La Cruz used this yesterday. Adrian Johnson, the second base umpire, is our crew chief. Quinn Walcott is on the plate. And we believe it's the same knob that he's used the entirety of his time in the big leagues.
You know what De La Cruz ought to do? He ought to go ahead and take it off the bat, sign it, and give it to Davie Martinez.
So as y'all can see, my man had a little piece on the bottom of the barrel of the bat of the cork. What is it? The cork barrel of the bat. He had something on there. They had him to take it off or whatever, right in the second inning. Then in the fifth inning, my man Ellie De La Cruz knocked one 55 feet out the park. But when he hit this one, he let them know, like, yeah, it ain't that. Hey, look at the bat flip. Check this bat flip out. I love it. Talk your ish, Ellie De La Cruz. Told him, look at that, man. It ain't the cork, it's me. You did? So then after the game, it kind of sparked controversy. Davie Martinez, this is where he comes in with the sucker ish at the end of the game, because he started talking like this. Take a listen.
I've never seen them wear it before. I don't know what's going on with it, but and they checked it and they came back and said that it was legal, and I said I'm good. No big deal.
Is that the kind of thing that at some point you feel the need to mention that to David Bell, your side of it, or do you feel like what happened tonight is?
I think they understand. I hope they understand. I mean, I play with Freddie. Freddie knows I'm not trying to penalize this kid. I'm not. I mean, I love the way he plays the game. I don't like his antics. After he hit the home run, we could do without that. He's only got 2 weeks in big leagues, but
now Davie Martinez, look, man, You a division foe. I don't really like division foes at all. But I kind of like you. You know what I'm saying? You kind of cool. I got respect for you and everything you've done for baseball. But my boy, all you had to say in your post conference was, look, we was trying to slow Ellie down. He been on the road. He been cooking. He been We wanted to slow him down, so I needed something to slow him down with. And I saw something that looked a little strange and unusual, so I called it out. And then he got me back with the 400 and something feet home run in the 5th inning. That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say. But then instead you had to go the sucker route. So my friend, that's why you were nominee number 2. And with that being said, you know, it really wasn't too much sucker-ish this week. Not that I know of. If you know of any, send them my way. So let's go ahead and get a winner. Drum roll, please. Winner of Sucker of the Week goes to none other than my man, Davie Martinez. See, look, man, I just said it. You could have just played it off like, hey, man, like, dog, yeah, man. Something wasn't sitting right with me when I saw it's bad. I never seen anything like that. You could have played it off, maybe gave it superpowers or whatever, because he got you. He tatted that. He let you know. Then you're going to get mad, talking about you don't like his antics and that. You started it. You started it, Davie Martinez. It was you, Davie Martinez. See, you ain't had to do all that. You basically tried to say the man was cheating. Then when you found out he wasn't cheating and he hit a home run, he did his thing. So, hey, my boy, pitch clock running out on me. So, hey, Davie Martinez, not only are you in last place, but you the Sucker of the Week. A-Town, Braves all day. I am your cool, calm, and collective host, Jae Jones, podcast or buzz. Y'all make sure y'all check me out, Jae Jones, on all 4 social media platforms. Check out the Man Cave Sports Podcast, and like I said, check out all those mini series as well. Until next week, peace, love, stay sucker free. Shut the door on their ass. I'm out.